Chapter 69. Living. While the entire Soul Society was in shambles because of the three captains who left and betrayed them, there was one man that was acting as if nothing was wrong in the world. Inside the local bar, you could hear singing, laughter, and people dancing. Rimuru. Ha ha ha, drink up everyone, it's Friday. Cheers. One random guy just said. It's Monday, my guy. Rimuru. What, that's impossible, I've only been here for a few minutes. That's when the owner spoke up. You have been here for 3 days, Rimuru. Rimuru. Oh god, well then cheers to Monday, everyone. Everyone inside the bar was just dumbfounded at his careless attitude. That's when the doors to the place opened, revealing a bunch of people. Rukia. Hey you idiot, how long are you gonna run away from your work? She was furious. Rimuru looked like he had seen a ghost. Rimuru. Rukia, is that you? He then looked at the bottle in his hand. Rimuru. I'm not drunk enough, if I'm seeing her she's supposed to be in jail. He took another shot. Ichigo. Yurichi, is this the guy you told me to be afraid of? Yurichi? I know he may be drunk as a skunk right now, but trust me, he is the truth. That's when another voice ranged out. Soifon. Damn Rimuru, get yourself together. Rimuru just looked at her and pointed his index finger. Rimuru. You are the reason I'm drinking like this, you don't want to marry me. Everyone was quiet, and Yurichi had a huge grin on her face looking at Soifon. Soifon. What are you talking about? She was blushing. She then turned to Yurichi and said. Soifon. Shut up, not one word. Rimuru. Soifon only wants to know me and… Soifon hit him. Soifon. Shut up, you have work to do. Yurichi. Oh, why didn't you let him finish there? Soifon. Shut up. They all left with Rimuru to the 13th division. When they got there, some people were waiting for them. Toshiro. What the hell happened to him? Kairaku? Man, Remi-chan, you looked bad. Yuki-take. He seems to have been drinking. Kairaku? Without us, that bastard. Yurichi? Yeah, don't you guys need to get him ready for the captain exam? I mean, he's out cold. Toshiro? Luckily everyone already knows he's strong enough, he just needs to show up, that's all. Kairaku? You just need to show up. Rimuru. I'm fine, I can do this, okay? Let's just get this over with, I just need a shower. After some time, Rimuru, Toshiro, Kairaki, and Yuki-take made their way to the head captain's office. When they got there, Yuichiro was already inside. Rimuru was the first to spoke. Rimuru. I see you're being first against your will, just like me. How is that? He looked at the man next to her. The man stood up. Before he could speak, Rimuru held his head. Rimuru. God, it hurts. Toshiro looked at the man and said. Toshiro. Don't mind him, he's just having a bad hangover. Yuichiro. So he was drinking again? I swear he always acts like there's no problem in the world. That's when the head captain and Captain Unohana come in. Yamamoto hit his staff on the ground and said. Yamamoto? You three have been nominated by your fellow captains to take up the roles of a captain, do you accept? Yuichiro. Of course, Ganpayama. Amasagi. Of course, it would be my pleasure. Yamamoto looked at Rimuru. Rimuru. Ugh, fine, I do it, but don't expect too much from me. Amasagi just looked dumbfounded. Yuki-take just smiled and rubbed the back of his neck. Kairaku and Unohana were amused by his attitude. Yamamoto? Then it's settled, you will go get your robe and participate in the next meeting. Rimuru will be captain of Squad 3, Yuichiro will be captain of Squad 9, and Amasagi will be captain of the 5 division. You may go. While they were getting their robes made for them. Rimuru. I'd much rather make this into a jacket. Yuichiro. Yours looks so cool. Rimuru. Here. Rimuru made one for her with a pink color on the inside. Rimuru was blood red on the inside. Amasagi had a normal one. They made their way to the meeting room. They heard Yamamoto telling them to entire, and so they did. Yamamoto? These are the newly appointed captains. From Squad 3, Rimuru Tempest, from Squad 5, Amasagi, and Squad 9, Yuichiro. Introduce yourself. Rimuru was the first to say something. Rimuru. So I'm a captain that's sweaty now, I can put all my work on my lieutenant, hehe. Soifon was just glaring at him. Toshiro just put his hand on his face, while Kairaku and Yuki-take were smiling at him. His remark made it easy for Yuichiro and Amasagi to introduce themselves. They finally stood in line. Yamamoto looked around and said. Yamamoto? Excellent, now we have decision about what to do with Aizen, Tmsen, and Jin. Rimuru spoke up in a relaxed manner. Rimuru? Not Jin. Everyone looked at him. Yamamoto? What do you mean? Rimuru? Oh, not Jin. Jin is working undercover for us, so no need to worry about him. Everyone looked shocked. Toshiro? Can you elaborate? Rimuru? Sure, me and Jin have been investigating Aizen for years. Actually, Jin has been doing it alone for years until I came along and helped him. Soifan. What, why didn't you ever share this information? Rimuru? Isn't it obvious all of you have been under Aizen's Zanpakuto forever? He even got rid of the old captains who suspected him. Me and Jin decided it was best to play it close to the vest. They all looked ashamed because they were fools for years. Yamamoto? There's no point dwelling on the past. Has Jinichimaru told you anything? Rimuru? Yes, apparently Aizen has made all the Arankers stronger with the powers of the Hakuyo. The top stones are called espadas, and they have numbers on them that indicates their position. The lower the number, the stronger they are. Number 1 Sterk is a real monster. Everyone was just quiet. Rimuru? They also have zapatos that allow them to perform feats like Shikia or Bankia, but they call it resurrection. They were all shocked. Chapter 70. Interrupt. Rimuru had to go back to the place of the void because he was receiving a guest. This put his game on hold. He was a little angry that someone would introduce to his fun time. At the palace of the void, a figure with red hair and red eyes appeared with 2 women on his side with green and blue hair. Of course, they were Guy Crimson, Rain, and Misery. That's when the doors opened, revealing a man in a butler uniform. Diablo? Greetings everyone, I welcome you. Guy. Yo Diablo, I'm here to talk to Rimuru, so could you take us in? Diablo had a tick mark on his forehead at Guy for being so formal. Diablo? Lord Rimuru is waiting inside, please follow me. He led them in. While inside, Guy. Man, I forgot how impressive this place was. Diablo had a smug look on his face. Diablo? Of course, only the best for Lord Rimuru. He finally led them to the throne room. Rimuru sits there in all of his majesty. Behind him were Shuna, Chloe, Carrera, Ultima, Sean, and Testarossa. Rimuru? Yo Guy, what's up? Guy. I come to ask you a big favor. Rimuru? That depends, is it gonna be something fun? Guy smirked. Guy. Would it be anything other than that? Rimuru smiled. Rimuru? Let's hear it then, Guy. Guy. Look, after we got our respective domains in order, I'm sure there is nothing else to do, so I heard from Diablo that you've been playing in different worlds on your own and having fun. Rimuru glared at Diablo. Rimuru? You don't say. The guy just smiled. Guy. So I was wondering, why don't you create a full copy of the Cardinal world at the beginning, but change our roles? Rimuru. Why change our roles? Guy. So you can get some of your own medicine, you bastard. Rimuru looked away. Rimuru? I have no idea what you're talking about. Guy. Yeah, you do, so I figured if you change our rules then I could bring problems for you. Rimuru. I see, alright, it sounds fun. You will be me and I'll be the first demon lord. Oh, I like it, this means I get to mess with you. Okay, I like this. I'll also take your memories and power and give you a nice medium he. Guy. Just not anything weird. Rimuru. I will leave Rain and Misery in the underworld for you to summon, right? Guy. Yeah, let me guess you'll be taking them all with you. He pointed at everyone behind Rimuru. Rimuru? Well, of course. All right, Guy, let's do this. Guy. Wait, I still have a few things to do, I'll come back when it's done, okay? They disappeared. Rimuru had a smile on his face. Rimuru. Interesting. Seal. You know what I have in mind, right? Seal. Of course. Rimuru. Excellent. You are the best, by the way, don't go overboard, okay, I know you. Seal. What? I would never. Rimuru. Whatever you say. Also, transport all of Jura to the place where I'll make my continent, okay? Seal. I know, I'll do it when it is the right time. Rimuru. Thank you, also make Velzard as Guy's skill so they can talk, and you'll take her place as the ice dragon, right? Seal. I know what to do. Rimuru. No need to scream at me. Seal. HMFP. Testarossa. So my lord, will you also take our memories away? Rimuru. No need to do that. We'll just do what we want, and we will enjoy our time until it's time to mess with Guy. That's when Guy appeared. Velzard? Hey Rimuru, we're ready. Rimuru? Yeah, it took you long enough. Velzard? What was that? Rimuru? Nothing? Let's go. Seal if you please. Seal. Creation complete, beginning transfer now. In 321. The Cardinal at the beginning. On top of a mountain stood two of the strongest beings in existence, the Star King Dragon Veldanava and his sister the Ice Dragon Seal. Veldora. So what do you think, sister? Seal. It's fine, but it needs more stuff, you know. Veldanava. I know, don't worry. Seal. With Velgrand and Veldora traveling, I think I better get going myself. I'll see you around, brother. Veldanava. Take care, Seal. Seal flew away. While in the air. Seal. Haha, Master should have already destroyed those nations on his new continent. Haha, I can't wait to see him. In a castle that was covered in blood. On the throne sits a new player in this world. His name is Rimuru Tempest, a first primordial demon. He was released on this world because if a nation that got to prideful, and now not only has that nation been wiped out, but so have the other nations that have been in this continue. Diablo walked forward ready to give his report. Diablo? Everything is done, my lord. This place continent is yours. Also, we spread the word of what happened here to the rest of the world. Today marks the birth of the Chaos Creator Demon Lord Rimuru Tempest. The first Demon Lord. Rimuru just sat there with a smile on his face. Rimuru? Well, it's about time. Shuna. Make sure you make the human nations follow the same path as they did in our old world. Xian, you back her up if she needs anything. Xian? Yes, my lord. Shuna. It will be done. Rimuru. Chloe, remember to play the hero when the time comes. Chloe? Of course, Rimuru. Rimuru? Excellent, now I'll go and meet up with Seal. You guys fix this continent. He disappeared. He appeared in front of Seal in the sky. Rimuru? Hey gorgeous, when will I meet your brother? Seal smiled. Seal? Right now, let's go. Chapter 71. What history? On the mountain stood the Star King Dragon Veldanava. Suddenly he spoke. Veldanava. What, did you miss me already? He smiled. Seal. No, I brought you someone. He turned around and saw Rimuru. Right now Rimuru was releasing just as much power as Veldanava. Seal. Brother, meet the first Demon Lord Rimuru Tempest. Rimuru stepped forward. Rimuru. Nice to meet you. He smiled. He and Veldanava shook hands. Veldanava. So Rimuru, what can I do for you? Rimuru. You see, I love this world and its inhabitants, but they are careless, and they might end up destroying each other, so I was wondering if I could take care of them from the shadows. Veldanava. I also had the same idea but never met anyone capable of doing it until now. You're strong enough. And you also have a vision. So go. Rimuru built a castle and be a king. Go and be this world mediator, but before you go, let's spar in my storage space. Rimuru. Sure, why not? He and Veldanava disappeared. Seal just stood there with a smile. Seal. Boys. After a few minutes, Rimuru and Veldanava come out, and they both were in terrible shape. Villanova. I never met anyone being able to go toe-to-toe with me. I can't believe we draw. Rimuru just smiled, thinking to himself. You have no idea how easy I took it on you. Veldanava. I am convinced. Rimuru, my friend, take care of it all. I'll be counting on you. Rimuru walked up to Seal. Rimuru. Well, see you around. They disappeared. Veldanava. He took it easy on me, I could tell. Man, to think my own creation would be that strong. Scary. Back at the nameless continent. Rimuru and Seal arrived. Rimuru. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin. I'm officially the mediator, let begin. I'm sure once Rudra is born he'll come here, and after that it's the Milam tragedy, and after that the build-up of the ancient demon lords. The next event is the seal of Veldora, and then Guy being reborn in the cave. Do you understand? Let's get to work. The all. Yes, my lord. And so time went on, and stories of the demon lords made the people more careful so they wouldn't receive his wrath. Years went on, and whenever a nation got too full of themselves, they would be destroyed by the demon lord. People started to be more careful of this, hiding most of their crimes and secrets, scared it might be their downfall. And so a hero raised from all this. He was a ray of hope for the people. He was the Prince Rudra, the chosen hero. He was also trained by Veldanava himself. After some years, Rudra made his way to the continent known as Purgatory, the home of the demon lords, the Chaos Creator. They were only 3 when they made the trip. Rudra and Lucia, his sister the princess and magical expert, along with their royal escort. They made their way towards a beautiful castle in this strange and beautiful land. Lucia spoke up. Lucia. I still can't get over how beautiful this place is. That's when a voice rang out. Carrera. Thank you, I'm glad someone appreciates the beauty that was brought to this world by Lord Rimuru. They were on guard. Rudra. Who are you? Carrera. Where are my manners? I'm the yellow primordial demon Carrera, a humble servant of Lord Rimuru. They were shocked. Lucia. No way, are you for real? Carrera. I can assure you I am. I'm one of 4 primordials that serve our lord. Rudra was shocked. Rudra. This Lord Rimuru is also a primordial, right? Carrera. Of course, my lord is the first, the red primordial. Rudra. Excellent, I come to challenge your lord. My mutual friend said I had to beat him if I want to accomplish my goal. Carrera. And who is that? Rudra. The Star King Dragon Veldanava. Carrera. I see, but still you'd have to get past me if you want to be in the presence of my lord. Rudra. I expect. And so the fight began, but it was never even a fight considering Carrera was beating them with ease. Lucia. How are you so strong we can't even hit her? Carrera. I have to be, I represent Lord Rimuru, I can't have people looking down on my lord for my weakness, so me and my comrades always strive to be stronger. They were quiet. That's when a voice came from behind Carrera. Rimuru. What the hell is all that noise? I'm trying to sleep here. Carrera took a knee. Carrera. I apologize, my lord. Rimuru looked around. Rimuru. Oh, visitor. That's nice, we never really get visitor, people are always so scared of us. So what can I do for you 3? Rudra. I'm the prince of. Rimuru. I know, but what are you doing here, prince and princess? Rudra. We come to defeat you so I can reach my goal. Rimuru. What goal is that? Rudra. Of uniting all of the nation and creating a new world where everyone can live with a smile on their face. Rimuru. Sounds stupid to me, but whatever. Come on, follow me, let's talk. Rimuru thought to himself, ironically, I'm calling him an idiot when I did the same. Focus, Rimuru be the bad guy. And so Rimuru and Rudra talked and hung out for some time. They decided to play a game with then world where they wouldn't get involved, but used their pawns. Rudra no, he couldn't beat Rimuru, he couldn't even get past his butler. And so the game started. Chapter 72. Aftermath. So now time has passed. Rimuru kept messing with the people while playing his game with Rudra. So the world kept going forward, and the story of Lucia and Veldanava happened. Rimuru got to watch it play out. This time he just relaxed, he was there for the birth of Milim. He knew a nation would attack and kill her parents, and he watched it all. He saw her pet dragon get killed. But he saved its soul to revive it later. Milim finally went into her rage and started slaughtering at random until she awakened as a true demon lord. Right now she was making her way to Dagral nation. Rimuru kept watching, he saw that Ramras was also on her way there to help stop Milim. He decided it was time to stop her. Dagral looked at Ramras. Dagral. What do we do now? Ramras. I really don't know. Rimuru. Sorry I'm late, but you guys did great holding her back, I'll take it from her. They both looked at the man and recognized him from the stories Veldanava always told them about the man he couldn't beat. The demon lord Rimuru. Rimuru. So Ramras is in her adult form, let's keep it that way, I'll give her the ability to change her size. Rimuru. I'm sorry kid, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. The next moment he was behind Milim and chopped her at the back of her neck, knocking her out. Ramras and Dagral were dumbfounded. Rimuru comes down with Milim in his arms. Rimuru. Don't worry, she'll be fine, just out for a short while. Dagral. Thanks. At least my nation is still 50% right. Rimuru. Yeah, sorry about that, but I had something to do first. Ramras? And what's that if I might ask? Rimuru took out a dragon egg. Rimuru. Reviving her dragon but keeping this a secret, okay, asking as the world thinks it's sealed the better. That's when Milim woke up and began to cry. Ramirez hugged her, while Dagral and Rimuru just stood there. Ramirez? It's an okay princess. Milim? I'm sorry for what I did. Dagral. It's fine, don't worry about it. Rimuru. I have a present for you, I managed to revive your friend here, but it will take some time for him to wake, so what do you say about giving him a name? Milim cried again and hugged Rimuru. Milim? Thank you so much. Rimuru. It's okay kid, we'll take care of you from now on, so come on, name him. Milim? Gaia. That's when the egg started to shine. Rimuru, it will take some time, but he'll be safe when he heals, I promise. Want me to keep him safe until then? Milim just smiled and nodded her head. Milim? Please do. Rimuru? All right, now that this is all cleared up, let's have a meeting between us four. Ramrus? What do you mean? Rimuru? As of today we are all demon lords, the four of us. Dagrul? Just like that? Rimuru just smiled. Rimuru? Yeah, besides it's boring being the only one. We will form a group. Ramrus? Sounds fun. Dagrul? Sure, why not? Milim? This sounds fun. Rimuru? It is, hehe. And so the demon lords were formed. Sometime later, a fallen angel Dino also joined, becoming the fifth demon lord after him. It was a beautiful woman, a vampire, Luminous Valentine. They were the demon lords 6. Rimuru Tempest, the chaos creator. Milim Nava, the destroyer. Ramrus, the spirit queen. Dagrul, the earthquake. Dino, the sleeping ruler. Luminous Valentine, the queen of nightmares. And so their names were etched into the history books along with the world Walpurgis. Rimuru was sitting on his chair thinking about the previous Walpurgis that Luminous was the topic of. Flashback. The place was Rimuru-owned space. All the demon lords were there. They were waiting for Diablo to bring Luminous in. Rimuru knew Luminous joined because of Dagrul and also to get along, since the demon lords have a non-aggressive pact with each other. She walked in and saw Ramirez and Milim, the two that nominated her for this post. She turned her head and saw the man in the middle of them. The man that the chosen hero told her about, the first demon lord, Rimuru Tempest. No matter how hard she tried to use analysis on him, she saw nothing. He looked like an ordinary man. All he had was he looked extremely handsome to the point of almost being called beautiful. However, she might have seen nothing impressive about him, but all her senses and her body was screaming at her to run. She knew he was a monster among monsters. She took her seat. Rimuru just sits there, arms folded and eyes closed. Diablo spoke up. Diablo? This Walpurgis is in session. Rimuru stood up. Rimuru? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're all aware of the reason we have all been called here. Rimuru transformed himself into a woman who looked godly with a skin-tight silk dress as he walked over towards Luminous and sit on her lap and hugged her. Luminous' entire face was red. She had no idea he could do that, and as a woman, he looked godly. Rimuru? So does anyone have a problem with my beautiful Lumi-chan joining us? Luminous blushed even harder. She had drool on her face which she wiped off. No one had a problem, so it was settled. Rimuru was messing with Luminous the entire time, putting his breast on his face while hugging. Luminous ended up leaving after the banquet, which made him laugh. End flashback. Rimuru? Now all that needs to be done is for Voldora to be sealed, and that's that. And so time went on. More demon lords joined and died. Luminous asked Rimuru if Roy could sit on her chair as a proxy, and Rimuru agreed. A hero arrived and called himself a demon lord. This made one demon lord mad, and they fought, and the demon lord lost against the hero, which invited him to the next Walpurgis.